Alright, tier 2 to get through this um, tier. We need to get that upgrades done, and it is. So now we can proceed with this Formula E, which does have a PR requirement of 34. So here we go, Suzuka East, 2 laps, and with the first round of upgrades, all racing dollars, it brings your PR from, what was it, 33.3 I think, or something like that, to 38.3. So that should take us to, I don't know, I'd hope at least 25% completion, but we'll see. But I do know that if you want to complete the whole event, you do need to bring it up to 48, I believe, which will require some third tier upgrades, which are all cash upgrades. So anyway, let's get going on this Formula E, which means battery management. So these early races, obviously pretty easy, but with the championship events, it's always been, mostly been the case. You can usually slow down these bots if you're having difficulty. So the best thing is kind of anticipate that and win by the closest margin you can possibly get. So gonna try to get to the front of the grid as soon as you can and try to control the pace of the race, so we don't get any seepers like in here. There we go. It's where the Android kind of comes in handy, because with the working side view mirrors, you can kind of keep the tabs on what's going on behind, what kind of extracurricular activities going on, without having to do one of these things, because that obviously gets your eyes off of the track where you're going. Obviously we got plenty of battery remaining to complete this second lap. Let's see if we do some, whoop, nope, can't do the traffic control like that. I think the problem is these cars are too skinny. So it's difficult to block out the road unless you do it sideways. There we go. Air filter. What do we need air filters for? Helmet? Interesting. Anyway, here, let's check out the replay. I have to admit, the way the cars look, I do like the looks. I think they look pretty cool. It's just, I don't know if I really like the handling of these cars. I mean, they're okay. You just have to get used to them. I mean, after all, the Ferrari F12 TDF, those are a bit of a pain to handle at the beginning, but once, you know, like when I was playing the exclusive series with the car fully upgraded, actually it was surprisingly enjoyable to run through that event. So hopefully it'll be something similar for these Formula E cars as well, but so far my experience has been kind of somewhat similar to, let's say, the NASCAR. They give you like tons of NASCARs to race all at once. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it does not really work for me that way to have like do one thing and one thing only for so long. I think when they're spread out, like I don't mind doing some NASCAR races here and there because the obviously drafting mechanics are pretty cool. One of the cooler aspects of the whole real racing, the racing dynamics. But to do that, like going in more or less oval circles over and over and over, you can only do that for so long before you get kind of tired of it. So, and of course, they usually give you like 4 or 5 or 6 NASCARs to run through all at once, which means that's all you do for like a month, which, you know, tends to get old pretty quick. And of course, with this one, we have 3 Formula E cars, which has, you know, they're not terribly fast cars in comparison to some other cars available in the game. Not that all cars have to be super fast. So this car, I feel like it's a little bit more about, you know, management or control, right? So I don't know. It's all right. As I said, I'll go through win the car so we can have it on the side. So for some variety of racing style, we can always come back to it later. But just not in the mood to, you know, going through all at once. It's a bit much for me. But you know, I know many of you guys out there who just run through without any problem. More power to you. Anyway, that concludes the second tier. So 2 tiers down, 20 more to go. Ugh.